everyone, welcome to the stream. One Aston Martin, well actually 2 Aston Martins today, 3 races and a lot of fun. It's my first proper go with the Aston GT3 and I've done like 2 laps of practice and I'm a bit worried. But it should be fun. We will have a Sebring race first. This is ELMS Sprint Cup. And it's yeah, I mean arguably I have not gone more than 1 lap and the tires will always cold, so I always spun into turn 1, so let me not fail this one. Should be good fun anyway. I've taken the save go setup just in case. Oh, that's a bit loud. Okay, that's a bit better. Audio should be all good. Right. Well, hello everyone in the chat. Bonjour, bonsoir. Yeah, I don't know. Is bonjour good day and bonsoir good evening, right? Something like that. AMG powered. Wait, what is AMG powered? Here. Well, I told you I spun every time into turn 1. Right? All good. And this is on the safe setup, so I don't know what is that an Aston feature on cold tires? Because it's kind of understeery, but okay. It has Merc engine. Okay, copy. Right, it's times 2 fuel as well. Tires are new. Should have enough fuel to make this 3 or 4 laps. I think it's only 3 attempts. Just about not enough time to make it 4. Right. Yeah, it's the thumbnail. The thumbnail is a bit messed up because I figure out only after I've done the thumbnail that it's the short Qatar layout. Is my camera a bit bright? I put it to brighter because it was a night race last time around Interlagos, so it had to be bright. Right, this should be better. Should be it should be 4. Okay, well then I have just enough fuel. Oh yeah, right. It's 2 minutes 4 seconds ish. Okay, no big snap. Good news. Well, the engine kind of sounds like this, what is it called? Like the small motorbikes, like the very small ones that the post office uses to distribute stuff at 4 AM in the morning. It's like this, kind of this weird note of that, I don't know if you guys still have that, or is it just Eastern or Southern Europe things. These very old, smelly, loud bikes with 0 power that are used for the postal service. P2 in the P2. Nice one. Yeah, Bahrain Outer is... I mean, it's a nice layout, right? The chicane with the track limits is very silly, but if curbs were just a bit higher then it would be quite a nice one. I like the layout. It avoids these silly hairpins. What kind of European experience is that? I don't know. Like we have here in this part of the city every day or every night between 1 and 2 AM one very loud, like every single night. One very loud motorcycle like that arrives and drives around the blocks, and well, I got used to it. I see, I just must not smash the brake. If I do it, then the rear snaps. Otherwise it's good. Almost gold, ooh. Well, I hope I can today stay in the upper half of the gold one, DR. These Tuesdays I was always in the past weeks making sure I donate a bit of my DR to others. Let's try to avoid that today. The rear is a bit funny. The TCs are quite aggressive though, or like quite high. I see the car now. So it has a lot of rotation on the brake, but you have to be very gentle with it. You can easily over-rotate like crazy. Yeah, like that, and I was very gentle on the brake, I think. Need to coast more. Okay, 2 more attempts. It really loves to carry the speed into the corner. I love it. Just maybe I should use 9 ABS. Maybe I will for the race. For the hairpins it's good, but just the high speed entries. Yeah, I'm gonna be driving this car tonight as well in the LMGT3 Fixed Championship. I've done Mustang for first half of the season. Previous week I struggled a bit with the Lambo, but for today I thought, well, let's try the Aston. Should be fun. Maybe I get a podium there for the first time this season. Well, it's a classic front-engined car experience, right? It's stable, but at the same time the rear is quite light, so it rotates, but it doesn't have much traction. Yeah, I like that. But everybody behind has done the laps, almost. That's good news. 1 second ahead? Whoa, okay. There were barely any Astons. I thought that maybe at Sebring it's a bit slower, but alright. Yeah, I just have to survive. I don't really trust myself at all around here yet. Živjo Jasko. Aston is the quick... Yeah, Aston is quickest around a couple of tracks, but it's only marginal. I think the Lambo is by far the quickest around 1 or 2 tracks. And yeah, the Aston is a really good all-rounder. Let's see how much it gets bopped soon. It is kind of back to R Factor to 2017-2018 when the Aston was feeling the best of all GT3s. It drove beautifully and it was also the fastest. Return to garage. Load. Where are you? Save race. I just decreased the brake. Upsala. The brake, what's it called? Max brake force a bit. Because if it's 100%, it always shakes the wheel too much. So I just, in all GT3s, instantly go to 90. I'm playing with a 49-inch, indeed. Hi, Daniele. A bit of Moir effect. Is that... you mean these stripes that happens due to pixelation? Is that how it's called? I have it in my mind and I want to somehow fix it, but I don't know if I need bigger or better resolution on the monitor, because this is 1080p, so pixels are big. ABS goes brrr, yeah. Why is the wheel not stopping? Hello? Maybe I need a bit more damping. Friction. There you go. Right, full tank. It is new tires. We will have a pit stop. I have forgot to practice the pits. Gonna be fun. Let's see how much fuel we need anyway. Low pass optical filter. Well, Shark, I actually thought of what kind of filters would I need, but I have zero clue about it, and I've never went into researching the problem. So thank you for bringing that up. Where is he going? Well, that's escape. I will have a look, and hopefully in OBS I can do something. Oh. So what's the chance of a big LMP2 pile-up? Pretty high, I suppose. It's cold brakes for LMP2s, so they will all be overshooting their brakes into turn 2. Okay, well, here we go, racing. I don't have any grip. Okay. The Ferrari didn't have it either. Look at that, everyone survived. What a pleasant surprise. Here we go. I tried to react, but if I reacted I would smash into the Ferrari. What am I doing wrong with these starts? Like, I try to be safe, but I didn't try to lose the positions. I'm from P1 to P3. Is it just bad luck with the traffic, or... I don't know. Anyway, more work to do. Yeah, I think I almost, I was even too aggressive because when I saw the LMP2 being so slow I turned left, but the Ferrari was already there. I think I even touched him a bit, or make a brake check. The Aston should be good in top speed. That's a yellow flag, and it's gone. This TC is a bit too high, I think. Beautiful straight line performance. Feels good if you can just keep accelerating and you emerge ahead for once. Now let's catch the Ferrari. What are these weird snaps? I'm really gentle on the brake. And it's ABS 9 and quite forward brake bias. More yellow flags. Ah. Where was he going? It's a different. It's difficult to like make 180 with the LMP2 because the first gear is so extremely long that it's hard to just flick it around. So I guess that's what he was doing there in the runoff. Dennis, yes, I am doing the Qatar one, this time with the Aston. Alright Dennis, see you soon, thank you. And enjoy the chicane in the short layout of Qatar. Whoever designed that chicane. Anyway, let's complain about Qatar when we are at Qatar. And let's enjoy some Sebring for now. This braking zone scares me.
Are the tires hot? Yeah, they are up to temp. Almost. Yeah, the Ferrari indeed has some pace. The understeer that I get for taking the safe setup. Yeah, straight lining the brakes, the braking zone helps a lot for sure. But the rear is so light, it just starts to move around so quick. Which is really nice in many corners, anyway. Well, Johnny, I got both the eSport and the normal setup, and I mean, I'm sure that if I did some more laps of practice, I would eventually gravitate towards the eSport one. But I wanted a quick download and play mode of a setup shop, so I mean it makes kind of sense because the eSport setups are supposed to extract every bit of pace out of the car and requiring you to sometimes manage the rotation instead of just fully sending it everywhere, while the safe setup is of course a bit slower, but it will babysit you through the more dangerous corners to keep you alive. Though the principle of Go setups is that the safe setup is never meant to be like fully safe. It's meant to be just a stable interpretation of the fast setup, so it's never slow. It's just a bit more stable. And anyway, if you want to have a stable setup, of course you take the default one from the game, or the CDA one from the game. Purple, purple, green. Oh. Ah, that was the lapped car. Not sure if I'm supposed to embrace this light rear and it's moving around in the braking zones, or if I should be scared of it. I would need to crash a couple of times more in practice to fully learn what it wants to do. Ah yes, Nazar, the Interlagos one, that race was really good. The traffic has taken it a bit too much, right? But as we have the LMP2 trying to make me go P1 here, but they survived. Which GTE? So I kind of forgot. Well, the Porsche was really good. It was the most drivable of them all. The Ferrari was really nervous. It had to be underdriven a lot to make it further than 5 laps, if I remember correctly, on the first version of the tire. We had the Corvette, which was quite nice as well, but it was cooking the rear. And then we had the Aston, which was by far the best handling, but it was always 7-8 tenths of pace, so I think I most of the time went for the Porsche. From the Merc, the default ones suck. Yeah, I don't know about the default ones. Sometimes they work, but you know, like I believe the default ones are done in a way that even the least skilled people can drive them without them being killed in a tricky corner. The CDAs I felt were very decent. Like it was never like 1 second off. It was always like maybe half a second off the like proper open setup esports pace. On some tracks even like only 3 tenths off, but at least on these GT3s. I still remember before season 2 of VMS Pro began, I loaded the Peugeot setup when I was testing it around Spa. It was literally 2 seconds of pace on the CDA version. I don't know what they did there, but it was undrivable. Well, the Ferrari... yeah, the Ferrari was quite OP. Both the hypercar and the GTE. Actually, it's... yeah, the memory is fading already, kind of. It's been a long time since the game got released. Yeah, I'm coasting into these apexes, but I'm not really losing time, so maybe I'm supposed to drive like that. But this save-go setup is pretty well optimized, I think. I don't really have a complaint about it. You can always fix a high-speed entry skill issue by adding a lot of front packer to prevent the rear snap, but it's just taking away the lap time. Well, time to start thinking of an overtake. The Ferrari is better in corners. Yeah, Nicholas, about coasting, I don't know if GT3s are supposed to be coasted a lot, but in LMU, on this newest tire, it does feel like that sometimes. And I don't know, maybe it's indeed like Dennis Lind said some time ago that he thinks it's still like aero issue. It's not necessarily a tire issue. Yeah, look at that straight line braking. That surely helps with balance. But yeah, if you just smash the brake, the nose will pitch down and you will just have crazy front aero grip and it will just spin the rear around, so then it's better to just be slightly more gentle and just let the car slowly roll into the corner. And rather even be on the throttle a little bit earlier, even before the apex, just to stabilize the rear. It's getting quite dark, isn't it? Oh, yeah. Okay. And the Ferrari likes these apexes. I'm putting the power down. Ooh, the Ferrari struggles with the rear snap as well. I don't need to lift, but it's fuel times 2, so lifting a bit is always quite powerful, and at the same time I prefer to lift than going for a crazy move. Like here, he's gonna just diagonal the braking zone, so... I cannot get close enough, but maybe this is a chance now. It's not really a chance. Miss the apex, miss the chance. Astra, I know what you mean. To me it's the first ever tire model in RF2 or LMU that penalizes sliding the rear around or sacrificing the front grip in order to maximize the rear sliding, to maximize the pace. And it's the first tire model which makes the car feel actually heavy, but at the same time it took away some feeling. And the grip while the car is sticking to the road is probably not high enough. Yeah, Aston triggers TC quite a lot because the engine is on the front, so the rear axle is light. And makes sense that it's a bit more traction limited. And the Ferrari just goes so quickly through there. Sky is so bright, but the road is so dark. I just don't have enough low speed performance to make a move. I need to think of fuel. I see the fuel ratio is a bit messed up. Yeah, like TC is working a lot, but it's still not enough in some corners. So he has to box, but I can go a lot longer, which is nice. Actually, he's gonna cost me a tenth or two here. And here, the traffic. I forgot about that. I'm gonna lose a bit due to traffic. Shouldn't be too much. So it will be 10 more laps maybe. Depending on the positions of LMP2s. Good question, Daniele. It exists. It needs to be tried. It's kind of fast. The in-game HUD reckons 79% VE required. Not sure if I can trust that. Yeah, I'm going extra lap just to be safe. Although my opponent is only 75 at the moment. That's interesting. I don't want to run out of the energy in the last lap. Yeah, in-game... Yeah, that's true. It shows me now 8 more. So let's put 9. Impossible to be better than the Mustang. I mean, in well, on some tracks, the Mustang is actually top 2 pick. On others, it's a second off. Oh, that clutch bite point was not optimized. Yes, try about the feeling of the limit. I mean, supposedly the FFB works in such a way that the more you slide the tire, the more feel you get, like it kind of scales with slip angle. Well then, into the lead. But my tires are a bit colder. How did he lose so much time? Well, I'm gonna take the lead heavily. Maybe he had more traffic, although I had not the best luck with the traffic. Doing 3 races indeed. The switchback. He does have some pace, doesn't he? He has the Team Redline livery, I just realized. I never really... Well, maybe I did a race where Jardier was in the server as well, but we never did anything together. Ow. That was an interesting move. Let's go. Just need to hold it together through corners now. It's the well, what's the difference between Verstappen livery and the Redline livery? I never really researched into that. Brian, this is my blood glucose level because type 1 diabetes, so it's quite useful for me. It sends the data through Bluetooth from the sensor on my arm through SIM hub onto the wheel dash. So I can race with peace of mind without having to check the phone or whatever to see the value. The straight lining this braking zone works very well with the GT3s. And it's lovely how the front engine cars actually can make these late corner exits that are laterally loaded, well, not easy flat, but somewhat flat, because the likes of Porsche and Lambo and so on would just have sudden death understeer on the exit. Which again, I don't know, maybe it's indeed the aero being too aggressive, like being too dependent on the car pitch. So then on the exit you lose a lot of front aero as the front goes into the sky. Maybe it's like that, indeed. Anyway, off we go into the lead. These lighting conditions are so weird in LMU, like now it's more cloudy than before, but the road is way more illuminated, it's way less dark. I really love the way that the Aston behaves on the like apex and early exit. You put the power down, the rear just kind of slides, not slides, but just positions or angles itself a little bit more towards the exit, and then it's just so much easier to make the exit. Well, not here now, but last corner it was like that. What? I don't want any slow LMP2s in my way, please. There were more than enough during the race. Well, the reflections sometimes are crazy, indeed. Hard to see, but then, I don't know, maybe in real life you have the dark visor and then it's fine. Then you can see the apex through the reflection. Hi Ficho, welcome. But to me it's not about reflections that are the worst. The worst is... well, it's not present in LMU that much, but in RF2 it happens often when it's overcast, that the sky gets very bright, but the track darkens so much that it's like you get a headache after racing it. You still see the road, but it's super dark, but the sky just... it's the shiniest clouds you have ever seen. And there goes the Ferrari of P2. Was that a moment with LMP2 potentially? Yeah, it is. Right, so I guess a dangerous LMP2 coming from behind. So should be 2 to go. Should be 3 to go, to be honest. Whee! I don't know. I thought I became comfortable with the brakes. Not yet. Gibby indeed, and I'm gonna do it twice. Only gonna stream it once though. But I will be in 2 streams. So make sure you watch some Traction GG on Friday. But I'm gonna do it on Saturday afternoon with Jesper. Pordokov, I am from Slovenia. We're gonna do the hypercars. Well, enjoy the hypercars. We have done the hypercars at Qatar, but for this time we thought, why not try the GT3s? Actually, I'm gonna have Lexus at Kota online championship, like the WEC championship race on Thursday. Then I'm gonna do the 6 hours on Friday again, and again Lexus at Kota Saturday. So will be many laps around Kota in 3 days. Which is good because I've been kind of jumping around different cars, different tracks a bit too much, so sometimes it's good to just do way too many laps in one combination to learn something. Oh yeah, I'm very happy at the thought of entering turn 3 at Kota with hypercar going around the outside into the S's, pinching into the anti-cut. Gonna be very fun. Now I don't have any real life racing experience. Thank you for the sub, much appreciated. I mean, my only racing experience is a go-kart race that we have done. Like we had during COVID times Slovenian e-karting championship. I was battling for winning the championship in the last round, but got a bug in the pits which disqualified me. So then I was P2, but top 10 were invited to the new local street track in Slovenia near Maribor or near Ptuj. What is it called? Slovenska Bistrica or something like that. I mix up the names of the little Slovenian towns. Slovenia Vas, I think it is. And we had a very nice race there with the go-karts, and that went quite well. I was P2 again, but with against people that are doing go-karting a lot more often, so I felt good about it. But maybe I had the better go-karts that were more equal than the other. So 1 lap to go. Morning hyper. Actually, does it count if I went 200 kph on Autobahn as a racing experience? I did that with 82 horsepower. So it required some skill and some traffic management when going through Germany. What? Will he wait for me? He will. So I think I have counted now 4 LMP2s spinning right ahead of me, or like being very slow right ahead of me. The first 2 costed me the lead. The second 2 were just a scare. Anyway, here we go to take the checkered flag. Yeah, karting in Maastricht would have been a nice one, but the schedule was just so tight. And we take the GT3 checkered flag, so that's a nice start for my Aston career, or at least Aston evening. And we now have 8 minutes to join the next server, but let's just analyze the start a little bit to make sure I learn from my mess up. 1.5 DR gain, yes. Well, thank you for the GGs. I think it was a fun race overall. Yeah, here I was just super safe and then just no grip. Then I saw the Ferrari going around. Yeah, the Ferrari has the Verstappen livery, but like it has the team Redline logo, so I don't know. Is he actually related to Redline? Well, the Redline logo on the rear wing is wrongly rotated. got away with that. Then it was all good until... Yeah, I was understeering myself as well, and then that LMP2 happened, and yeah, I had to brake. I didn't really have the grip to pull out of the gap, and if I did, I would just get smashed by the red line Ferrari. Actually it wasn't really my fault, right? This bump. It was just kind of a racing incident. I swerved a bit to left, and he just gently smashed my rear. Maybe it's Max, yeah. Who knows? It was a German name, it's a red line livery. Might be. He's playing with Bortoleto. Nice. But yeah, it's a curious case of a red line livery. And then the Porsche did... Well, he parked on the apex, made a nice exit. We have 5 minutes. Where is my mouse? There it goes. I want to see the replay of the beautiful overtake. This was interesting. Luckily I had the safe setup, so I held it. He broke so early there, I was kind of surprised. And then of course he's gonna park it on the apex to prevent the switchback, so why not try around the outside? So I committed to the outside, and he didn't squeeze me into the wall, so it wasn't Verstappen. If it was Verstappen, I would be in the wall now. Or having to back off, I suppose. Anyway, it was a good race. Let's see the 1.5 DR gain. No, it's gonna be 0.8 maybe. Skip 2%. Okay. Why did I deserve 2% there? But I'm gonna take it. Back to online. Three minutes and a half to go. Register. Where is my Aston? There we go. Very nice. Yeah, there was like this rainy screenshot, so I'm a bit scared. I don't know if it's supposed to be dry or if it's gonna be a wet start. Let's just quickly check for a quick check. Quickly check. What am I talking? I think what I did with the Valkyrie was I decreased the wheel range for a bit more response of the front, if I remember correctly. So let me try that. No wet, okay. Calibrate. I think it's 380 by default. Let's just quickly check how it feels. It's doing these things like even more than it ever did, so I don't know. I did reposition the camera a little bit, but I'm gonna try the filters to see later if I can somehow resolve this. Either way. Yeah, I think that's what I did, yeah, 330 it was for this car. I just had to make sure. This is quick. Brain adapt. And it's gonna be a single shot quali, right? Maybe 2 attempts. Maybe it was a red line imposter indeed. Daniele, yeah, it's ×2 for the silver races.
Maybe it's a bit too aggressive. Well, we have 50 seconds to figure it out. The ELMS monitor, I'm not fully sure exactly what you mean. Camera is 60 Hz. There is this anti-flicker setting, but it never really did anything. I tested it. But monitor is 144. Hi Tom. Ah, there is a skin in race department. I see. I mean, makes sense that there are aftermarket Verstappen red line skins. Right. Let's join. Very cold track temp, so that's gonna be softs for quali. Could it be softs for the race? Oh, we have some Tatum Restech esporters on the grid, like last time. Yeah, but that indeed was like very, very early morning. Maybe not very early. I think the sunrise here is like 5 or 6 a.m. And that was 8 a.m. But if this is the track temp, 14.7, then it is softs for the race as well, I believe. Let's see. Yeah, it's very cold. Quali especially, 13 air. Does that mean it's even earlier than the practice? I don't know how it's set up. Either way, maybe let's just adjust it. Maybe I think 380 is the default. I can check that by clicking drive. Going back to garage, or I could have gone just straight back to settings. 360? I don't know. I'm gonna keep 340. 8-minute quali. Yeah, that's 2 attempts. I'm trying to remember what did I run here. Like, I think TC slip angle was very low on this car. And I think no brake migration. Something like that. And I did have full max pedal force. I have a bit of tearing. I'm not sure if it's monitor. G-Sync is on. Ah, frame rate is a bit... Why is frame rate 1.8, 139, 124? Okay, now it's stabilized. I think it's maybe the visible vehicle count. Ah, it's 60 cars. Well, that would explain the struggles of GPU. Well, that's gonna be a big grid, right? $30 hypers, 30 GT3s, roughly. And I need to calculate the strategy. Last time we did Monza Curva Grande layout. And it was quite a bit of lift and coasting required. I desperately need to practice Indianapolis King
I think minute and a half should be enough to get there. My brain doesn't want to adapt after the Aston GT3. What are they writing there in the server chat? GT3s will struggle so much in quali, they only have the mediums. So let's see, Indy King. Oh, that's easy. Very stable. Now, if the game allows me to just practice the Porsche entry, that would be perfect. That's super stable. Okay. Quali time. We take softs. And we drive. Wait, do I have to click in the setup for the brakes? No, it's all good. Ah! 3 Celsius. That's interesting. Okay. What happened there? 0 air... Zero air temp, 3 track temp. Good one, done. Nice settings. Love it. Yeah, even the softs are struggling so much. Wow. Imagine the GT3s now, like they will have some great fun in quali. But the forecast is 17 Celsius, so... And the softs will be fine. Yeah, we are in the middle of the French winter here. With the green trees. Welcome in France, yeah. Alright. So I think what I normally did with anti-roll bars was like 2 front and 3-4 rear. But in these conditions I'm not fully sure what to do. I'm gonna soften the front a bit. A tire change, but do we need a tire change in these conditions at all? I mean, this is not a pit stop race anyway, right? It's 40 minutes, or is it 45? Luciano, thank you so much for the sub. But it's so planted, so good. I don't fully know what is the exact operating temperature window of the softs. but now at 50-ish they grip pretty well already. It will be a war zone, yeah. It's still quite stable. Let's try maybe two ARBs for now. Okay, well, important quali. We don't want to start from P60 or P30 or whatever. So let's not crash and let's not cut the last chicane of this lap. Or any other chicane for that matter. Not a purple sector one, but alright, it's an Aston. It's better on the straight. Oh no, Hyper. That sounds not great. Ay. That's what I get for overzealously adjusting the anti-roll bars. Ah, you got Moza. Interesting firmware update then. Well, glad that it's working again, but that sounds very scary. Okay. It's still gonna count. Oh, flat spots. Okay, I was... Oh, that's shaking. Probably not visible, but nice wrist massage. Maybe brake bias a bit more to the front as well. Okay, glad we have 2 attempts here. That was out of nowhere, like, so surprised. The place where I would least expect to have a spin. Luckily the vibration is not bad. It's quite significant, but it's not bad. Well, we open with a 330.2. Now let's gain the 6 seconds. I don't feel particularly generous about DR donations. It's still P15, so right in the middle. I hear buttons rattling in the rim. So the vibration is not getting any better. Come on, Delta. Go to 5.5, please. I will need to do some work as well. Through sector 3. Half a second to be gained. Still locking up the rear a bit. Okay. I don't know. This Aston doesn't like the bumps in the chicanes. I had to brake late. Like if I broke earlier, it wouldn't be good for the Delta, but it just didn't survive the chicane. That was so messy. But okay, P3 will do it. What a Ferrari party. Okay, we survived that one. Now let's survive turn 1. We have used, so ratio for fuel is 1 and we have used around 8.9. Well, let's do some calc. Gonna be 40-minute race. And we will be doing 182, so 205. Maybe 206 to 5.5, let's say. So it will be 12 laps. For 12 laps I need 8.3 and I used 8.95. So we need some lift and coasting. But we need to only save 7% and that's generally doable. Check temp is still only 15, so that's soft. What did I use? 53-ish. Tires. New all around. So let's see what happens. Yeah, pretty Arctic conditions, although 15 is better than 3 that we had before. So. Okay. Thinking if there's a chance of... Oh, P1. Oh, so many people on mediums. Split strat. For the Tatum guys. I don't know about mediums here. Although it's a long race. 8 AM. Generally the track times don't really rise too much. I changed the tires, yes. Oh yes, Hyper. More and more of those. Well, I don't have it for today. It's a beautiful green one from the default car. Would it be appropriate to see the Aston in white and red and black? Maybe it would have to be some different interpretation of the Rafa style livery. Maybe instead of the red, just keep the green with black and green, with black and white elements. Could be interesting. Anyway, let's see what we can do from here. As we rocket off the grid. It was the mediums on that car. And one beautiful healthy slipstream. The guys on the mediums will struggle a lot for some laps. I don't trust the Aston downforce, so I prefer to go first into the Porsche curves. But it's still very important to keep the fuel target 8.3 max. 8.3. Yeah, that was right on the target. Won't get away with anything more. Nice. It will be quite a fuel saving race here. Quite important to be in the correct train and in the correct position in the train. Yellow damage, nothing repairable. Ooh, he snapped. Well, Johnny, to be honest, I did not expect the bump draft. I thought he was just stay right behind me for the aero push. Not even sure how the rulebook is for this online system. I mean, the Ferrari has crazy downforce advantage, but in this situation I guess it's better to have the crazy top speed advantage. Even though I don't think I have more than like 2 kph in clean air. But that's fine. 7.7, okay. That's good. Tiny Viper is composite. Copy. Okay, I'm not giving them any draft. How big is this wiper really? That wiper is basically like half of it is missing. Why is it so short? It's hard to fuel save alone. Why is it so... Yeah, I mean, it's really short. Look, it should go to the top of the window, but it stops at the half of it. Yeah, I guess I will rather focus on the track before trying to further worsen the joke. Basan on mediums has the pace. Slightly worrying. Although I'm pretty sure that this is still very much soft conditions. Not meaning it as a part of the joke. Right. Corners, Ferrari will be on my rear. I need to stop laughing. I'm wondering how slower we have to go to make it a lap less in the race, but I don't think that will ever happen. Just skates through these curbs. I try to hit it in a good way, but there is no good way. This corner feels too easy on the default track limits. Well, perhaps I'm lifting too much, but what I cannot afford is him saving more fuel than I. And yeah, Shark, I agree. Although I think it should kind of be possible. But it's not easy because, well, depends on the track, right? If you have a track that has many slow corners and then some straights, it will be very difficult to calculate in which corners on track how much is used. But with enough work you can always make it happen. He messed up that one. Yeah, my only worry is to have a Ferrari right on my rear through these kinks, then he can go side by side and overtake me into the Indy kink. That would be a problem. And that's a green cut on the default limits, interesting. So I need to avoid that secondary harsh curb and the car will be fine. Copy. Why is my car so good through these corners? That chicane and Tertre Rouge. Always I gain a nice gap. Well, happy to take that. The Shark, I did try to do that through SimHub in the past. I remember I think for Formula Sim Racing in WC. But in the end it turned out that it's... like I don't really need it. Like seeing it on lap by lap basis has always been more than enough for me to be able to adjust it. But of course the more you do practice, the more you understand what... which braking zone burns you how much fuel depending on what you do, and then you just see through the lap, you kind of count in your head how much fuel you have saved according to where you lifted and where you braked. Well, the Ferraris behind, I don't know, they feel comfortable about catching me again or what? They're having battles of their own. And I see on my OBS preview that there is more and more of that effect, I don't know. It's never been a problem, but now these curvy pixels are showing up. Yeah, hopefully I can somehow filter that out in whatever way. And then at the same time I hope when I eventually get a higher resolution monitor, it won't be a problem anymore. Yeah, indeed, the Porsches are not too far off. 8 seconds. You know what will be fun? VMS Pro Season 3. First round, Portimao in 2 weeks-ish. And that's likely gonna coincide with being the last week or last weekend, or maybe first, no, I think it could be last weekend before the big European Le Mans Series content update. Let's see how that goes. And that's where some Bob could hit the hypercar class as well. So we were thinking hard of the Bob when choosing cars for Season 3 for VMS. But it's hard to say, you know, like most of races are Ferrari fest, so pretty sure Ferrari will very likely get some kilograms. So then do you take the Ferrari and risk it if it's gonna get overpopped for some reason? Do you take some LMDH? Like it's quite a consideration that needs to be made. So Portimao will be fun. Probably still a Ferrari and Toyota fest, but maybe not many Toyotas and Ferraris on the grid. Are you a full-time streamer? Well, not really. Let's say I am part-time content creator, let's say, kind of. But still slowly developing and improving everything that I do. I've been full-time sim racer in the in the COVID and post-COVID years. Man, why? Okay, we survived. But what was that about? Suddenly, like, right into my side. What on earth? Oof, okay. So for the time being, I'm half-time sim racer waiting for Le Mans Virtual Series to return and doing other highest possible profile races that I can find, mostly on Le Mans Ultimate. And the other part-time I do the content. That GT3 was very scary. Almost as scary as these curbs in the last two chicanes. The thing is that on the run down to Indy King, it's kind of a convention that GT3s always stay on the left side and hypercars overtake on the right. And I thought he was doing that, and he was actually leaving me space until he suddenly turned into it. It's a gentle, flat-out kink, but he took it as a proper corner. I thought he was drifting towards the right a bit. Alright. And the Ferrari is back. What happened with P3 and P4? They lost a lot of time. Thank you, Pordokoftis. Much appreciated. I mean, it's going quite well. I'm driving for Rafa Esports, even though Rafa Racing Club is not really a predominantly online organization. They mostly do stuff in real life. But I present them here in the esport or like in the sim racing sphere. Let's not call it esports because it's a tricky term until we get a couple of €1,000 of prize pool. Then we can call it esport. Shouldn't have lift and coasted there. Now I'm gonna get stuck. Or maybe I can get all this free. not really. P2 got stuck as well. I'm not gonna push it on the brakes. So what is my target now? 8.6. That's pretty good. I don't even need to lift and coast that much anymore. Just a little bit. I wonder if the Ferraris are actually struggling for pace. I mean, I would understand that the Bassan on mediums is struggling for pace. The temps are still in the 60s. This is soft conditions, but the Ferraris need to lift and coast much less. Generally, the Aston has quite a bit of a virtual energy issue. Can go like, I don't know, 5% shorter distance in the long run. Or need to lift and coast 5% more. I don't remember these curbs being this much of a problem. Is it a soft tire issue that is just so soft and squishy that it makes the car jump around a bit more? Because I did a setup here on the release week. It was like, I think it was even 2.4 hours of Le Mans special with the Valkyries, or maybe it was a shorter race. But I did a setup for this car for here, and I really don't remember it being a problem that much over the chicane curbs. Still pulling away from the Ferraris, so that's good. But man, that weird pattern forming from the camera, I don't know, it gets worse and worse. I'll try to put it slightly further away next time, so it will not see the pixels that hard. .76, yeah, this is pretty much a full push now. Let's set some purples. Yeah, Giggle, like again the monitor resolution is 1080p vertical, and the camera can do 4K. So and then I stream in 4K. And yeah, the issue is as well that monitor is curved. And he's bouncing still. But I survived. So maybe if it was like centered, it wouldn't be that much of a problem. But I will have a look into it eventually. About FPS, I again don't really know. There is this anti-flicker setting between 50 and 60 Hz on the camera and it does nothing. I mean, there is a separate flickering issue. If the monitor is not at full brightness, then the whole image starts flickering. And then the anti-flicker kind of does something, but these patterns are... Oh, whoa! Okay. Yeah, the dampers are just broken. Would need more high-speed damping and then it would be fine over curbs, I think. That was scary. I don't even need a GT3 turning into me to almost crash out in the middle of the straight. Okay, still purpling, it's fine. Hyper, I'm doing 3 Kota races in 3 days. One is gonna be the championship on Thursday, 100 minutes. And then I'm doing 2 times the 6-hour race. Oof, I still have to lift a little bit. But pace is good. I'm pretty surprised. I thought it would be very difficult to battle against the Ferraris, or like impossible to pull away from them. But they just dropped off like crazy. With teammate, yeah. In fact, with 2 teammates on Friday and with 1 teammate on Saturday. But yeah, it depends on how high stakes or how high competition the event is, right? Like these 3-4 hour streams that I do on Tuesdays with 2, 3, 4 races are just for fun, no high stakes, no anxiety about where I'm gonna finish, even though I don't want to keep donating my DR. But if it's higher stakes, then yeah, then 100-minute race is pretty much good enough, or like max that I would want to do, but yeah. I mean, I'm not saying no competition, but like no, you know, there is no red lines and stuff like that. Because like when the Le Mans Virtual Series was going on, it was like, well, the whole day you have one thing on your mind. The moment that you will click drive and the race will start. And you don't think about anything else, or you cannot think of anything else. And that can be stressful. especially because you don't really have anybody with you helping you, right? Because in real life, obviously you have whole team, you just do what you have to do. But in sim racing, for these competitions, you may have to make sure that kind of you turn on some camera, so you're in a zoom for the broadcast. If they are doing that, then you need to make sure you understand the full rules about the timeline pre-race. Then you need to make sure that teammates know when they race. You need to communicate everything with them. You don't really necessarily have an engineer. You have to run your own race. Well, at least I was never in the spot, the privileged spot of being like in a huge team like Redline or Coanda or so on, where they have their own engineers that run the strategy. We always did it ourselves. Well, we still won some races, you know, in top, at the top, or like at least we got podiums in almost every Le Mans Virtual Series race. It was good enough, but you know, it still drains the brain like nothing else. Nice lockup. The hand massage is back. That tire just wouldn't unlock. Well, I kind of kept pressing on the brake quite a little bit. But all good, we have 5 seconds. But you know, like even here, if I had now 3 Ferraris swarming me and we would be exchanging positions, it's like, it's crazy good competition, but it's like pure enjoyment. And the only pressure is not to mess something up and spoil the content or like lose my kind of my rating in eyes of others. I still need to race on some standard, but it's other than that, it's just pure enjoyment. While in esports, well, you still kind of enjoy, but the main thing there is that you win or like get the prize pool or make the sponsors happy. It's not about you. All that you have to do is just think of, yeah, not of enjoying, but of performing everything on the max. And yeah, 1 hour of such a race on max pressure is already good for the day. Am I making you worried that I'm gonna go into some barrier now? No, I think the pace is so remarkably good here. I really don't understand why that was the case. At Monza, without the first chicane in that fun layout last week, the Aston was struggling a little bit for pace. I mean, it was able to about match the Ferrari. But alright, we had crazy battling with, there was Fabio Grigoletto with the Peugeot without the wing as well, so the Aston kills you when you're less expecting. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it smooth. At the same time, I think there are cars that kill you way more when you're the least expecting. This is pretty soft and grippy, and like the softs are really a nice tire in these conditions. I do tend to forget that sometimes when I'm in the lead by a couple of seconds that I'm not doing this just chatting stream, but I'm actually in a race. But that's just part of enjoying it, right? no stress about leading by a couple of seconds. Yeah, the virtual energy is fine. I can even do full push on the fuel. Not much traffic either. Well, I cannot lift too much. Quite a nice battle for P2 behind though. Curiously, Basan on mediums will be the best of the Ferraris. At 18.5 track temp. Is it really on the threshold between softs and mediums already? I got confused by my tire wear, but it's because of the huge lockup on the front left. Wanna brake to see... Yeah, I wish I could somehow see behind me, but... well, I might have to brake behind this BMW. Can I dive here? Nah. Not feeling confident about it. They crashed off in Porsche entry. The classic last lap battle into the Porsche curves. Who hasn't done it before? I guess he's fully dead. The Porsche waiting for me to end the race. Alright, another win for the Aston. Let's see how much they died. We have 8 minutes to go till the next one. You know what I always forget to do? That's the worst donut attempt in the whole career. Why do these cars have such struggles making a nice donut? I don't get it. So what did the guys do there? Come on, replay. Work. What is it doing? Side by side. Oof! That was already very tight. But alright. He went deep. Oof. Not even an overlap. Nah, that's... Ow! That was a huge one. I thought they were like side by side. Nah, that's not too nice from the yellow Ferrari. Not enough of an overlap to
to keep sticking the nose in. At least by the general consensus of how racing should be. Although the P2 Ferrari knew what was coming, right? He saw the overlap, like the radar was red. I think, yeah, the Ferrari that's ahead, if he just went around the outside, carried the speed, it would be surely survival and keeping the position. Pretty sure about it, because you have then left king after it. But yeah, it's, of course, that's on the banana Ferrari. At least the guy, wait. Yeah, he got gifted the podium. Wait, did they both DNF or what? Ah no, Bassan survived there. Ah, not really. Too much of a damage. How? Oh. Ah, and then even losing a position right before the line feels bad, man. Anyway, exit and quickly go into the next race. 3 minutes and a half of practice. While we wait for this, let's just go to settings, controls, calibrate and put back the wheel range by vehicle. And I guess we are still waiting for the last people to finish the lap, so for the time being, let's just join server and try to get a little bit of a feeling for the car. Probably turned early. Yeah, I mean, by the rule book you have to have usually at least your front axle alongside the rear axle of the car ahead. Otherwise it's just called sticking the nose in where it shouldn't belong. Kind of forgot what I was running here in the couple of laps of practice. Yeah, let's fix maybe the camera a little bit if it's possible. Anti-flicker, I can put it to 50 Hz, but that's not gonna do anything, right? And it's another cold track race. And actually... okay. Actually the Aston tends to be slightly on the lower side of the tire temps, so... maybe it's gonna be a Lambo party again. And then this chicane is just so silly. There should have been gravel traps at the curbs, not just flat curb and asphalt. Well, this will have to do it for the practice. 10.2 in Quali. Let's see. Results are ready. I think the hot laps in the of Go setups are like low 9s even in perfect conditions.
But obviously here we don't have perfect conditions because the track is very cold. What happened now? I clicked something wrong? Profile, event history. I clicked back to online, right, instead of rank breakdown. Plus 2.8. Nice. Okay. Can we do it 3 out of 3? This season of LM GT3 Fixed has not been going too well, you know. With the Mustang it was usually P20 to P8, let's say, in the race. With the Lambo it didn't go much better because I just couldn't drive it around Imola. But maybe here I can come a little bit closer to the podium, make a nice comeback. Shark, I did go setups for the Peugeot, for the Evo Peugeot for Monza, Spa, Le Mans and Qatar. And I did Le Mans setup for the Lexus GT3. Although it's kind of a combined effort for the Le Mans, for the Lexus. Right, well there is nothing to be loaded here. Just gonna take some laps of fuel. Ow. Yeah, I'm driving the Aston Martin Mercedes. Supposedly it has the Mercedes engine. Is there a Mercedes logo on it? Nope. Interesting. Guess they paid a good price for it. But this really feels like a different car from what I drove at Sebring. But well, this is fixed setup of course, so obviously it will be different. Also, it's the flattest possible track here at Qatar. And Sebring is the bumpiest. I wonder how these curbs work in the race. How quickly you go from green to yellow cut warning. But the on-throttle understeer is pretty real around here. Just need to wait. I'm just gonna say it's cold tires, and I will blame cold tires, and it's gonna be better in the race. And Nicholas, let's see. I have my hopes high, so when I can actually drive it, I couldn't really drive the Lambo. Right, what do you do here if it's a battle? Ah, the car on the left lifts and you go through, copy. I don't know what is the best line through the chicane, it's just so weird. .5 track limits in 10 minutes. Copy. Yeah, let's try not to do that here. .4 on open setup, and I guess in much hotter conditions. Although it's saturated, so... What monitor do you use? It's Samsung C49 HG. Oh, that's a second gear. it's gonna take like 5 laps, 6, 7 laps even for the tires to get anywhere. Okay. Maybe I can add just a little bit of virtual energy to make the extra lap. Is the tire new? Yep. Medium grip. I guess it's still loading. So we have 6 new tires. So I'm only gonna be able to change 2, and obviously that's the left side for the race. But I will try not to destroy them all now in this run. Cut lots of the left, go early through the right. Yeah, I will try. The good thing is that here we get many attempts as it's a shorter lap. Dirigolato and Aston, really? Oh well, he kind of joined a bit late, so he wasn't really looking at the total standings overall. I can cut even more on the left. That felt nice. Aston P1 and P2. But we are still yet to gain like a second overall, I think. It's too wide. Green, okay, yeah, lost time though. Nah, that's a write-off. Maybe let's save some fuel to make the extra lap in the end. Banana Ferrari, hello. Yeah, I mean, if he wanted to avoid any potential crash, he could do it. But yeah, by the rulebook probably there is no ground to penalize him for anything, so... But yeah, it was a fun race overall for sure. 9.8 for Whitehead. Crazy. Come on, stop pushing off. That's the worst car balance trait that I can get, like late exit understeer. You just cannot do anything about it. Right, 8 tenths to be gained. Come on, it just stops rotating. Okay, well, 4 or 5 more attempts to make it work. That Ferrari pace though, insane. Why is that a yellow cut? Okay, save fuel, keep tires hot. I need to gain like 2 or 3 tenths to match the top Astons, but they've been doing this car for the whole season, so... Grigo hasn't, so no excuse there for me. Was quite close to a track limit. Stayed green. I need one more tenth. Nah. 2 more attempts. But maybe the tires are already struggling a bit. Is the Ferrari that quick really, or is it just the white hat magic? I mean, I should have practiced a bit more, but still, it's not like I'm too far off pace. Yeah, that rear right temperature is a bit worrying. 65. Right, 2 attempts. Come on! This chicane! Like, I complained in my Discord already, very briefly. I told myself I shouldn't cry about it, but... Like, of all the possible corners that you do, why make chicane like that? Like, what's the point? At least make the curbs in such a way that it's actual, like, physical limits of where you can drive. Anyway, one last send in the wrong gear. Beautiful. $144 Hz monitor indeed. Out of virtual energy anyway. Yeah, I think the tires weren't in their best anymore, so... Okay, at least I know that there was at least 10.5 in it, if not 2. I'm really uncomfortable around the triple right high speed. I just don't know what to do with the car. Turn in and wait. And if I touch throttle, it's understeering. So what did Grigo do? 3/10 quicker. Yeah, I mean, surely attainable with more practice. Ah, Ciclari. Okay. Only half a second off. I was more off in the Lambo, so. And this is my first top 10 in a qualifying session in this GT3 fixed in this season 3 or whatever season it is. Yeah, the Lexus was going a lot better. Mr. Davey is in. Donating some DR or something. Or making back to front. How are the Fords looking? Well, there is one Ford. Okay. 45-minute race. We will be doing, let's say, 10s. So 70 point, I don't know, 42. 39 laps. Not much under fuel I can do there. New tires on the left, not available on the right. How much of a difference will be 3%? I said before this is not esports, so might as well just keep it full. It's still a little bit esports, so just let's take 2% less. That will be the difference between finishing P8 or P1 for sure. Okay.
Guten Tag.
Michi Hoyer.
See?
Ah, you're right besides me, I see.
Yes. Nah, I'm ahead of you.
True, yeah, true.
This car is so crap. Like, I will spin out at some point in the first high-speed corner. It's inevitable.
I wish I had any rotation in high-speed corners.
I only have them when I tap the brakes, but you know what happens when you tap the brakes in the Lambo in high speed?
Yeah, well, I know what happens if you tap the throttle. It goes straight.
Yes! So, why do you have 98%?
Because I need 97.
That's why you're slow, you're not pushing enough.
Yeah, copy. Looks funny anyway, everyone on 100% and here I go with 98. So Michi is there, I will be on the inside, I will dive bomb him. Actually, how does the chicane work in the first lap here? Like, you cannot really do the chicane side by side there. There will be many illegal overtakes, many slowdowns. Let's see. Let's survive. Alright. Was about to be 4 wide into the chicane, but all good.
Guy just moves on the braking.
Somehow we're still alive though.
I got a broken front. Oh, hoppa.
He's got broken front as well now.
Yeah. What is it, top speed?
No idea. Should be good, right?
Yeah.
Back into P9. Yeah, well... in some way I hope I can stick with Michi. In the other way I know that he will have advantage in the first laps. But then it will shift my way. Okay, the chicane kind of feels good if you ignore that you have to push to some imaginary limits.
Was that still the same guy?
I think so. Whitehead. This is not the first time that Whitehead absolutely smashes everyone in Quali and then just has 0-0-0 pace in the race. And it's supposedly a Ferrari problem. What a chicane. If I had any front, I would try around outside. Oh, what was that? It's a lagging Mercedes.
Yeah, I don't know how to take the chicane. Either I cut or I'm slow.
I have RNG luck.
I don't want to race Lind.
Gonna happen very soon. Okay. Pulling away from P10, that's nice. What was that lagging car? Maybe it was a lapped car. Double toe. Nice one.
Welcome.
The Lambo snaps begin. First track limit. How much? Quarter. Okay. That's fine.
What is your fuel ratio?
0.82.
I want 1-0.
Well, Lambo.
20 kilos extra or 15.
Yep.
So late game it is.
Oh no. I would appreciate a hairpin instead of that corner.
I couldn't agree more. It's like the chicken, I'm scared for cuts, and in that corner I'm scared for dying.
Yep. No idea where the chicane is. Plan C, well, I wish we could do a plan C, or any plan at all. I hope that Lambos start to overheat their tires anyway, despite their fuel disadvantage going away in the long run. Yeah, then it was Ford. Half a point for that. I mean, I stayed flat out, but I lost quite some time. Alright, let's stop ramping up these cut points. Well, every race is great with the Ford until I am silver 3 DR. More and more track cuts. Yeah, about the track, I like it. Well, I don't like this triple ride, but it kind of makes some sense, and with like a little bit more front downforce it will be quite enjoyable. But that chicane, you know, joining first and third sector, it's so silly. I really don't know. They should just have made just a straight, stay flat out. But it's like a tiny, narrow chicane. And it's a track limit fest, so if there are proper physical track limits, then maybe it would be really fun. But worst thing on a track is a track limit that's not physical, that's just limited by the rule book. And then you just take the corner, wait for the track limit to stay green, and then you're happy. It's the most fun in F1 cars, for sure. You just need a really big front wing for that triple ride. Huck, thank you for the sub. What should I do? And I cannot stay close for sector 3 because the Aston is having just less downforce. I bounced off the pit limit, the rev limiter a bit, didn't I? Rear end Michi. Yeah, it's made for motorcycles, right? So it makes sense that it's very fun in them. We are losing time. But those 4 cars are not pulling away ahead, so that's good news. Yep, yeah, problem is outside of the layout. That makes a lot of sense. It's actually a fun track, you know, it can provide great racing. Some corners are really ingenious. But it's a nightmare for front-wheel drive cars and cars that lack front end overall. There goes Michi. Nice catch though.
I agree. Smile you on dashcam says your rear bumper.
Okay.
Let's see if you can catch them. I'm too stupid for it.
It's good to be able to see the chicane, you know.
Mm-hmm. I think my rear left has done the frog from the bridge.
Oh.
Like it lit up.
Yeah, 81 on rear left for me, 91 front left.
83 front left, 81 rear. From that point of view, it's fine. Ah. "91, 95.
Oof.
Yeah, I'm not joking when I say
Yeah,
that Left
I
has
understood.
committed a suicide.
It just so happens that probably I should have started on 100% virtual energy. I'm right on the target now, or right below the target for 19. Whitehead is back into the lead. Yeah, he has some great pace today. I did kind of match him this lap though. Whatever I do, it understeers on the exit. Entry is nice. Actually, that's gonna be a PB. I'm catching these guys quite a lot. So as long as the tire stays on the curb, it's green. Pedals, there we go. That's what I need. Side by side, come on, into turn 1. They lifted. Unlucky. Come on. Okay. Copy. Could it be extra lap though? 39? I calculated with 39 anyway, I think. Come on. At least I saved fuel. I'll try to keep the target for extra lap just in case. Pretty simple. The left side is oh, wait, is that battle ahead? I have new tires on the left and I have Quali tires on the right because we only have limited amount of tires. That was an overtake. P3, P4. I will need some drama ahead to have some chances for sure. Yeah, Quali set +2 extra. Come on. You were green. I wish this track cut system gets some update at some point. It's so confusing at times. Sometimes it shows green. That's absolutely useless, because why show green if you're not gonna get a cut? And the next time it shows green, so you're fine, but then it goes yellow, so oh well. Why was that green? I was fully inside. Anyway, ooh, side by side. Is that a chance for me? Aston versus Aston. Yeah, this glowing red livery is a bit difficult to look at, to be honest. Not any grip on the outside. This big red blob is really harsh on my eyes. What is that ahead? Lapped cars? Why didn't I go for a switchback? There we go, P6. Is this all lapped cars? Which is a nice draft. He didn't lift. Oh, crazy. Still going for it behind against the left guy. Oh man. Yeah, I guess a bit of protesting coming towards the guy. Not many more laps to go. Is that a huge fight for P2 ahead or what? Is it free to go? Looks like. Ciclari! Alright. 2 laps. Is it 2 laps? Is it 3? Wait, I am... How much behind am I? Whitehead doesn't have fuel for the third anyway, so... I'll end with the cut, I see. Yeah, Whitehead, if he goes full push, maybe he can just about make it for the extra lap. I don't know. Is it extra lap or not? If it is, then that's gonna be a bit funny. Did it say last lap or 1 lap to go? I didn't focus. Let's see what happens then. Yep, that's it. Alright, that was closer than expected. Okay, all good, no panic. P5 it is. Feels good. At least top 5, if not something better. Like, I had the pace really, like, I could match Whitehead, but I just had no pace in Quali. If I fully pushed, maybe I would be able to dive bomb somebody into the last corner. Yeah, anyway. Maybe I'm not even donating DR today in this GT3 fixed race. Well, P1 and P5 for the Astons. I liked in the end how the car behaved. It's still so incredibly understeery on the exits in low speed, but at least it's more drivable than the mid-engine cars. Yeah, let's check stuff. Should I have gone on the right side and just went for it? It was quite a car park on the right. Michi just opened it up so much. But he was then 3 wide, so he had to back out of it. Ah, yeah, he got into the gravel. Yeah, this moment here... I was happy that I'm slightly further behind, so... But then Shield went for it. I think it ended well. Right. Then battle with Michi. Ah yeah, he just went off. What did Whitehead do? Actually, yeah, that's a good point. he fell a step. Or maybe he released the pit limiter 2/10 later for the content. Actually, Michi was ahead of Whitehead at this point. If Michi tried to squeeze behind the red car, you know, then he would be there. Yeah, but from this POV it's really hard to say what you should do. I would probably have done the same thing, and then this gravel comes across to you, so... Where is my overtake? Where is the red car? Yeah, I thought I messed it up because he understeered a bit on ABS. I thought I should either just be ahead of him around the outside or switch back, but this is the worst position to be in. But I just had so much more grip. Yeah, a nice move. And that was it, right? Not much more happened. Apart from where is Quali? He died as well. He was leading the race at some point. Nah, he's already dead here. When did it happen? This UI is just so messy that I have no idea what's going. It's showing him in P5, but like what is this? Track map. Won't help. Maybe will help a bit. Ah, right. It was towards the end. And here he's gone. This is the lapped car, right? Ooh. Big dive. Oh, of course. Like, why would you just drive normally if you can just crash like that? Now, Quali left plenty of space, but Dario diagonaled it and just understeered into him. And then they went off. And then the server dies and we all know what happened. Quali was low on energy as well. Copy. I mean, I was potentially whole lap low on energy as well, but luckily Whitehead was just a couple of tenths short. As we wait for the server to close so we can check the DR loss. I forgot to protest Iemolo for his dive bomb in Interlagos when he was the hypercar. Maybe I thought I should make a nice juicy protest, but I had more important things to do in life, so... Well, is this another case of the crash? You know, like it happened last time as well. When I waited, it crashed. Yep. Unlucky. Yep. Will the bug splat appear or not? I don't think so. Well, let's restart and check the gains. Why does it take so much time? Okay. Profile, event history. There you go. So I gained 2 and 1.5, right, in the first two races. And here I lost 2.5. So I gained overall, you know, and it's purely for the enjoyment and for the content, the stream today, and I still gained the DR. Beautiful. I mean, in the race, yeah, I think the quali, if I didn't qualify P9 in quali, if I could find a bit more pace there, if I practiced quali driving at all, that would potentially be close to 0. Maybe I would be able to battle for the podium. Well, next time. Dan, you know why I'm confused about it? Because it never happened before. But then for the last build, there was the change log that it said that it fixed a late, like after race crash when the server shuts off. So I thought it should have fixed it, but no, actually it introduced the crash now. So that's a bit funny. I'm just gonna check, like here I gained, where are you, come on, skip, plus 2.8. Here I gained 2, I think. Yeah, 4.8 minus 2.5, it's a great gain. So in the overall championship, I mean, why am I even checking it? It's my, like I unregistered, so I will have basically no points. Anyway, let's see. Standings. I have 258. I have no friends. But overall, Dario is leading by quite some margin. Michi actually P4. I wasn't too far. I'm gonna take it. Anyway, see you guys on Thursday, where I'll be doing this. One day this transition will be instantaneous and it will be beautiful, but till then we have to suffer the blue and the red. We'll be doing a pretty nice quota where I'm actually leading, which is great. And then I'll be doing this on Friday. Is it already on? Special events. Oh, come on. It's so slow, this UI. I'm gonna be doing this on Friday. So check Traction GG YouTube. And then I'm gonna be doing it on my normal stream on Saturday. Gonna be quite a crazy quota weekend. Until then, thank you for watching, for the likes, for the subs, much appreciated. Actually, I've read that it's more professional and more important, or the way to do it, to actually look at the camera. So I will try my best to be looking at the camera more, and potentially I'm gonna be moving the camera up like above the monitor, because it's quite difficult to like speak into the mic and look into the camera. So apologies for a lack of eye contact, but it's gonna get fixed. Till next time, have a nice mid of the week, and see you on Thursday. Yeah, bye bye.